Go back to November. When I dethroned Squid Kid and became the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock, I went to his island and laughed at him for half an hour. Then my co-op members showed up, and we all started laughing at him. It was not a good day for Squid Kid. I'd cyberbullied Squid too hard. People had seen the video, felt bad, and gone to his island to hand him the spare items he needed to make more slots, or in some cases just pay him millions of coins, all with the express purpose of defeating Technoblade once and for all.
Like, Obi-Wan was the only good Jedi, and every other Jedi sucked. And I know what you're thinking, oh no, Mace Windu. Mace Windu was pretty cool. Or, oh no, Yoda. No, he must have forgotten about Yoda. Yoda was pretty cool. Or, oh my god, Qui-Gon Jinn was the greatest. No, they all sucked. Obi-Wan was the guy doing work the entire time. Seriously. And so, you look at what Mace Windu did, and I think Mace Windu, stabbed Jango Fett at some point. But, I mean, killing Jango Fett wasn't really the biggest accomplishment ever, because, what did Jango Fett do? He was kind of there. And then, he's like, okay, guys, this is my time to shine. I get to 1v1 the Emperor, and he dies. And I know you guys are thinking, well, it wasn't fair. It was a 2v1. If it was a 1v1, Mace Windu could have won. And I'm, sitting here no, it wasn't a 2v1. It was a 4v2. Mace Windu brought, he brought 3 guys with him to fight the Emperor. And the Emperor brought 1 guy to fight with him. Everyone's like, oh, it's so unfair for Mace Windu. How could the Emperor bring people to help him win the fight? It's so unfair. Mace Windu did it. Emperor was just even in the playing field here. And plus, it doesn't matter, how he lost the fight. He lost the fight! He didn't do anything. It's not fair. It's not if it was, unfair for him. Oh, he didn't get an ample chance. No, he lost and didn't achieve anything. And then people are gonna tell me, oh, but Qui-Gon was pretty cool. Qui-Gon was, the worst of them all. Let me tell you what Qui-Gon did. Granted, he trained Obi-Wan, so, he gets some of that, secondhand Jedi street cred, but besides that, what did Qui-Gon do? He found this little kid, and he's like, I want to train this little boy, guys, and he goes to the council, and he's like, yo, you should let me train this boy. And Yoda explicitly tells him, you cannot train this kid because he will become Space Hitler. And he's like, what? Space Hitler? That's ridiculous. I'm gonna train this guy. And so he decides to train him, and 20 years later, that little boy went on to become Space Hitler. Big surprise. Wonder who could have predicted that. And the reason I'm not talking about, the original 3 movies, is the fact that there wasn't really a whole lot of Jedi in those movies. You had Obi-Wan going around, Obi-Wan didn't do a whole lot in the original movies, but that's because he had back problems. He was like, oh man, my back, I've been carrying the Jedi Order on my back for so long that I have scoliosis, please help. And, Yoda is sitting there I live in a swamp now. I used to be cool. Now I give spiritual advice. Joining her is Yoda, one of the most renowned and powerful Jedi Masters in galactic history, who is ready to make up for the fact that he didn't win a single fight in the entire Star Wars franchise so far. That's right, I said it. Obi-Wan for Professor Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore, who was given way too many names apparently. He's the leader of the Order of the Phoenix, and I got nothing. He's honestly gonna suck. Yoda's being about as useful as he was in the movies by grabbing an empty backpack. And Dumbledore dies to literally nothing. Best wizard ever. Technoblade attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. What a loser.
I think that man has eyes. And I was wrong. I would like to amend my previous statement. He has no eyes, he sees through echolocation, and he's also deaf. This is Earth SMP. Earth SMP is a live-streamed survival multiplayer server with all of your favorite content creators, and also Tommy in it. But if you miss one bear, you're dead. Forever.
Are you trying to compare me to a bear? Because if so...
No, I think bears would make a much more useful ally due to their bulk and power.
I said, oh my... Oh.
I'm just not seeing the same benefits.
Hey, Fit.
Hello, who are you?
This is not a good day for Tommy.
No, this is fine. We're managing. Fit.
Tommy's like, it's fine. I'm used to this. This is just high school all over again. Hi, Techno, what's your Hogwarts house? It's very clearly Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw is just objectively the superior Hogwarts house, alright? All the other houses suck. All the other houses suck. I haven't overshot it, right? See, okay, look at it this way, all right? All of the Gryffindor houses, they have, look at the last part of the name. Gryffindor, door, all right? Slytherin, in. Hufflepuff, puff. All of those are lame. Ravenclaw, claw, way cooler. It's a claw, all right? Doors, inns, puffs, they suck. Way cooler way. All right, look at all the faction houses, all right? So like Slytherin has all the white supremacists in it. Gryffindor has all the dumb people. See, the only reason the main characters were in Gryffindor is because they have plot armor. If you don't have plot armor, Gryffindor is for stupid people. All right, that's just how it works. It's just for the boneheads. Hufflepuff, participation award house. All right, Hufflepuff accepts everyone that wasn't good enough to get into the other houses, which already sucked. So if they're in Hufflepuff, you know they're bad. Ravenclaw, smart people, big brain plays. I'm just saying. It's the superior house. Okay, listen here. Anyone debating what house they'd be in a children's book is clearly Ravenclaw, okay? You're not Slytherin, you're not cool, you're not edgy. You're obsessing over a children's book. That means you're Ravenclaw. That's what Ravenclaws do. They obsess over books. Accept it. Accept it. If you were actually Hufflepuff, you wouldn't be taking online quizzes to find out what faction you are in a book. That's a Ravenclaw thing. Get out of here. Look, I'll just assume you guys can look up Arkansas. Know your states. Okay, look, there's like 50 states. I'm not going to memorize all of them. Half of them don't even exist. Wyoming isn't real. We all know this. It's just a giant chunk error in S&P Earth. Or it will be after I'm done with it. Lazuli donates and says, when you colonize the world, please don't get rid of Iowa's corn. It's all we have. Don't worry. No, look, Lazuli, Iowa has way more than just corn. It also is writers, all right? It also has a lot of writers that write about corn. That's about it. They have 2 whole things in that state. Because they need to animate something. And I'll notice that they're like, the animation itself is good, but the story they're animating is so bad. Oh my god. I'm not calling out names. Because I don't actually remember any names.
Hello and welcome to tree planting with Technoblade. I already planted 4 trees. What have you done?
Made
Nothing.
an actual donation.
You don't. I made one too.
Sick. I don't have my violin. Maybe I should find one.
You play the violin.
I did.
I play the drums. Let's make a band.
That's like such a step down in instruments.
What?
Just went from the violin to the drums. You just keep picking Martian.
I told you can leave the party.
It'll eventually work. If I just keep picking Martian.
Just tell me how to get there.
Okay, you go to the arcade. It's the slime ball. Slime
that's
balls
what I
are
needed to
usually
hear.
green in most texture packs and usually circular.
Okay, I got it!
You're here to see what the rarest pet in Hypixel looks like. So now, in all its glory, the Blaze pet. Mwah. This is a bigger disappointment than my son. I just want to point out that the build team made Christmas versions of so many maps, and then they got to this map and they were like, nah, it's the map with literal Christmas trees. It would have been the easiest Christmas themed map ever. You just throw some ornaments on it in like half a minute and then call it a day, cash in that paycheck, and they were like, nah. We're just not seeing the Christmas on this map. Let's go Christmasify Tribute. That's the real Christmas map. Their thought process is just too advanced for us mortals to understand. If you guys don't know, 2 years ago I made a video calling out Mineplex because they released a game called Master Builders, which was the same thing as Build Battle. Now, they made some revolutionary changes at the time. Instead of voting for the best build with colored wool, you voted with stained colored glass. So, you know, some incredible gameplay changes there. And I don't regret calling out Mineplex, because since then they've added a revolutionary new monetization. Have you guys heard of game amplifiers? They're these cool things where you buy them, and for an hour, the game, everyone playing a certain game mode will get double gems. And you can thank the person who bought that game amplifier by typing a command, and both players will get gems. That's not the same exact thing as network boosters. No, that's different, guys. What does that mean? That is not a language. Nope. Don't even have to Google Translate that. Watch it be like the most obscure language I've ever heard of, like French. We're playing on Pollen, which is just, you know, there's a lot of maps where I think, you know,
I can see where they were coming from, but it just didn't work out. This is one of the maps where I can see where they were coming from, and I'm filled with disgust. Why? Why would you base a map off, like, B-movie, man? Why? No. I hate that meme so much. Oh, God. Who even likes that meme, man? Who legitimately liked B-movie? Get out of here. Unsubscribe from my channel. I don't want you here. Okay, so Hannah, when you're making defenses, you should probably go for, like, end stone, wood, end stone.
You know what?
Yes.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Well, I mean, it's like the only thing you're capable of doing, so I figure you might as well do it well.
Whoa.
Excuse
What about
me?
making sandwiches?
I know you're in the UK or somewhere in Europe, in one of those countries that doesn't matter, and I know your time zone is disadvantageous.
Okay, man.
Because you know what?
Okay,
It should
Techno,
be
you're
about
throwing some
11
pretty harsh
p.m. where you
slang.
are. Your bedtime is coming up, whereas for me, it's like 3:39 p.m. I could be here all day. So you want to get this battle done? How are you this bad at Minecraft? Like, I know you're trying to convince Keem you're rusty, but you gotta wait until like a week you didn't win.
I just killed you. You died to the hands of Tommy Innit.
Bro, Tommy's the kind of guy to like 1v1 Magnus Carlsen in chess. And be like, yeah, I took your pawn. He's like, but I took your I took your pawn.
Sorry, I can't hear you over my victory music. Get the bed, please. I'll go fight him. I've already killed him once.
This is the kind of guy to brag about non-final kills. They used to have Party Games 1, which had like 7 out of 8 of them were good games, and then they merged them. And now we're rolling every bad game in a row. No. He has 2,000 subscribers. That's not even the YouTube rank.
Hey, Jesse.
What is this?
Jesse, come here.
What? What? And he's making fun of me for having 12 fans? Your sub count is my live viewer count, kid. Sit down. Maybe they're saving it for the ending, because they know there's no point playing the game once Lucas is dead. That's the